Hello, this is Tableau Revelations, Summit 3, application of LOD on Tableau Revelations. So using the previous data for Tableau Revelation, I have my data is the COVID-19, Canada COVID-19 case study. You can see the two data, employment and also that for Canada COVID-19 cases. The essence of this Tableau Revelation is actually to show the impact of COVID-19 on employment in Canada. I want to see how I have used LOD application in revealing this case. So first of all, these are my data. You can see the COVID-19 data uploaded. This is data. This is for employment uh, loaded. Then let's go to the first. So I need to prove, first of all, uh, in which of the months of 2020 is you have the highest cases of COVID-19. And as you can see, what I did was that I plotted, the month and against the cases of COVID-19. So how did I apply LOD here? What I did was that after putting the month right on a column, which is a reference month, I actually created an LOD known as fixed case LOD, which we can find on the COVID-19 cases. If you look at it, fixed case LOD, if you click on it, you see it fixed date reported, the date the case was reported, count the number, which means that for every date that the COVID case was reported, give us the number. That is what it means. So what I did after creating it, I put the fixed case that was created, the sum of it, under the row. Then I differentiated it by using the same fixed LOD I've created for the cases and put it on color. Right, and that is why you can see here, and you can see that the highest cases we have is in April and May. So I went further to prove that, okay, since the highest cases of COVID-19 is in April and May, right, what impact does it have on employment levels? So I need to use LODs to define this. So what I did, I actually created an LOD known as fixed month sum. So if you go under employment cases, you see the LODs I created, fixed month sum. So when you click on it, edit, you see fixed for every month, right? Give us the sum. That was what I did after creating it. So I put this fixed month on that row. That is what you have here, right? Telling us the sum for every month. Then I put it under color and also under text, and that's why you see this text and also this color. So I was able to apply LOD table to define. You can see here that the 2 months where the cases, COVID-19 cases were higher, that was where we have the lowest employment levels, telling us that COVID actually has an impact on employment. So I went further to define this in order to see which industry has the most impact from COVID-19. So I also applied LOD in doing this. So after plotting the month against the employment classification, right? So I created an LOD to include values, the sum of the values into this. So what I did was I created an LOD known as include employment. So if you go to under employment, you see an LOD called include employment. This is the LOD I created. So if you look at it, it says because the values were not included after we plotted the month against the job classification, the sum was not included. So what I did, I said for each month give us the sum, and so after doing that, I added it to the rows, and that was why the sum came up. And also I put it on test. in that for us able to get the percentage difference, then I use table calculations to include the percentage difference. So if you check it through, you see that the industrial level is the industrial sector is the most affected by COVID-19. So I went further to do a table, and for this table I also was able to show the job lost, the monthly job lost, and also showing that the industrial sector is the most hit. And if you look at the LOD I created an LOD known as using some job classification. So if you come to this is the LOD I created, job classification. If you click on it, you can see. So what happened there is that when we plotted month against the job classifications, there was no values added, right? So I said include the values, right? And so it did that, and that was how I was able to populate this, and I now set the table calculation for different percentage difference from, right? And this table actually shows that the industrial sector is the most hit by COVID-19. Then I went further to show that which province in Canada is the most affected. It is logical to say that the months where we had the most cases were actually those months we had the highest, job losses, and the industrial sector was most affected. In Quebec happens to be where we have the largest cases of COVID-19, which means that the industrial sector in Quebec will actually be the most affected. And so as the government tries to make interventions and prioritize the industrial sector, it should put emphasis on Quebec because that is where we have the most cases. And so this is my dashboard. You can see COVID-19 impact on employment in Canada. The industrial sector is the most hit. Government intervention should prioritize the sector with emphasis on Quebec, which has the highest cases of COVID-19. So this is telling us the highest cases is in April and May. The employment levels was lowest in April and May, showing there is an impact. The industry most affected is the industrial sector, and the percentage drop loss also points to the fact that the industrial sector is the most affected from this table. And the next is telling us where we have the highest cases in COVID-19 in Canada, and the province is Quebec. So the government should put emphasis on Quebec as it tries to make intervention on different sectors, especially the industrial sector. Quebec government should have Quebec in mind. So thank you very much. This is all for this application of LODs in Tableau Revelations. Thank you for listening. Bye.